My name is Vicky Joe Sewell. I've lived in Emeryville about 30 years. I make public art for my living, and the name of this piece is Anything Can Be Anything. And this is a living wall. It's a steel that's been zinc plated and then painted, and it's planted with succulents. There's gutters under here that hold all the succulents into place, and it can be drip irrigated.
So those plants are alive in there?
They're all alive. I grew them at the community garden that I run, Big Daddy's Complete Regenerating Community Garden here in Emeryville. It took me this summer to grow all these succulents. I've got flats from Annie's Annuals, a pretty famous gardening place, and I grew all the succulents. I made 2 walls, and the other wall is bigger than this. This is one section. I'm hoping that this will have a permanent home here in the shopping center.
What do you think of the Emeryville Celebration of the Arts?
Oh, I love it. I think it's a wonder. We all look forward to it every year. It's wonderful. And so many, I think there's more artists here per capita than any other city in the Bay Area.
Let me ask you one. Will the plants grow outward from there?
They will, but succulents are slow growers. But they're perfect for the Bay Area. They're the plant that lives here the best.
So it's a living, growing work of art.
Correct.
Yeah, my name is Sanchez, and I'm an artist here in Emeryville. I live in Emeryville, and then I work out in Pittsburgh. And 2 of these pieces that I have in the show, one of them is from the SF Knockout, and it's a night shot inside of a club, and kind of going more over that the candid shots, getting people in that sort of like isolation in a big group. Even though they're amongst and hanging out with other people, they're still kind of isolated and alone.
Right.
But the other piece, it's actually near the Dow in Pittsburgh where I work.
Oh, okay.
So I work at a community college out there at Los Medanos College. And this is out near the Dow station. So we actually almost got kicked off of the site because we were near Dow, and Dow has a strict policy of no photos can be taken. So this is the sister warehouse adjacent to Dow. And they're just pretty much pure night photos, natural light. That's how I saw it.
Have you been in the Celebration of the Arts before?
No, this is the first time actually. So that actually was a big treat. Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I love it. Yeah, and out of all the times to get in, I lucked out. This is a fantastic location. I've attended them just as a visitor before, and I used to work locally at Kala, so that's how I first got into it. Was the artist community here and knowing about it, and that was really exciting to be a part of this foundation because this is really what changed Emeryville from its industry-based and industrial commercial background to something that's really hip and a place that's pleasurable to live in.
My name is Andy Fuller. This piece is called And Then I Found a Hold in the Cloak of the Night. It's a very long name.
And what is it made of?
Well, this is just bottle caps. There's no backing structure or armature or anything like that. It's just bottle caps that's stitched together. It's more, I guess you would say more that it's sewn by hand. You can see in the back that there's individual stitches that are all tied wires. They're all tied by hand. So each bottle cap has probably got about 5 to 10 different stitches in it. So there's about, I don't know, at least 300 feet of steel wire in it, holding it together.
Well, how are you enjoying the Emeryville Celebration of the Arts?
Oh, I love it. I don't know what the band is that was playing just now when we met, but it was just fabulous. I'm really pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect it to be such a nice turnout and such a great amount of art, frankly. So
it's a wonderful piece. Good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is based on a Renaissance theme that you see in churches where you have the Madonna child up here, and then this is the predella. It's called a predella, and the predella illustrates the lives of the characters in the main story.
Okay. Gotcha. It's beautiful. This is an oil painting?
It's acrylic on canvas. I'm allergic to oils.
And how long did this take you to paint?
A couple years. I procrastinated. But I lead a tour to Italy every other year or so, and that's where I do my research. So this is based on a painting in the Santo Spirito Church in Florence.
You've been in the art exhibition before.
I'm one of the 3 people who've been in every single one. Archana Singh and Michael, can't think of his name, Michael Murphy. We've been in 27.
Congratulations. How has it changed since you started?
Well, more people, better food. Food stays on the table longer. I don't know. I figure it's public service, you know?
Hi, my name is Archana Singh, and I submitted some paintings, and they're informed by years of printmaking, so they're made with a kind of paint stick or an oil stick, somewhere between drawing and painting. I've been doing very large abstract work with it, but recently I've been looking at various landscape photographs and rethinking them in this black and white material, which has a different surface than the plasticky photograph has. So,
how has the celebration of the arts changed over the years?
well, I think it's grown more convincing, more professional, and more people seem to get involved. So that's a wonderful thing. I think it's grown into like the main community event.
You're Albert Rapolo.
Correct.
And you're a board member for the Emeryville Celebration of the Arts.
Correct.
How did you get involved with the Emeryville Celebration of the Arts?
Do you know, probably about 12 years ago, I opened up a cafe in Emeryville, and Sharon came through, who's in charge of the Celebration of the Arts, and she came to the cafe one day. We started chatting, and I just thought it would be something to give back to the community in Emeryville. So I started first doing rotating art in the cafe for artists that are local artists. And then from there, I got involved, and here we are 12 years later, helping out and on the board. And, you know, I always tease, I say, you know, I drew the shortest straw. And that's how you get elected to do things. So, you know, on the board, we meet, I would say quarterly, and then as we get closer, we get monthly, and just making decisions on how to raise money. Like just this past year, Sharon had written a letter to Steve Oliver, who has a ranch up in Geyserville, and from there we put together a whole package to sell tickets to take a bus trip. So basically coordinating that with another team member or 2 team members on the board, which was Gene Goldman and Francis, and putting buses together, coordinating the lunches, getting up there from point A to point B and raising money. So this year we raised $5,000 that goes back into the Celebration of the Arts, which is very good for the community.
How do you feel that the Celebration of the Arts has sort of developed over the years?
Well, you know, in the last, prior to the 12 years, it's been 27 years. So only 12 years that I've been involved. I think it's wonderful to see that local artists that are in Emeryville, you either work or live here, that they have a place, a platform to show their artwork. And I think that's really nice. And I think it evolves. I think artists evolve. Some people that you met 12 years ago that had a piece of art are doing completely different stuff today because they've evolved and they've grown, both as a person and in their art. And it's really interesting to watch how people do grow. It's very nice.
What do you think about Sharon Wilshire and the job she does?
Oh,
there's a softball.
Oh my God! There you go! Boom! Out of the park! Phenomenal. Emeryville is blessed to have her. Is lucky to have her. And if you met her, you know why.